I guess what I'm really curious about is when did you decide to start assuming positive intentions and assuming the best of everyone?
For me, I have a really different, I don't know, background. I was orphan when I was 5. I grew in a really poor town in Colombia, like really, really poor Afro community. So it's really small. We build houses with how you explain like
Sticks.
sticks, and we use paper to cover our our walls so that way people can see. Like I born in a place like that, so I always learn to appreciate whatever I have, and I always was trying to find the good thing. So that's in my case that come from trauma. Trauma, like I had so many bad things happening to me. I need to focus on something good, something good. And so I lost my dad when I was 5 for the the war in Colombia, you know. And then I started to move from house to house for like a couple of years with my grandma, a couple of years with my aunts, and always feeling I don't belong. I need to be good. I need to take care of everyone. I need to always focus on how to create a good environment by myself, because when I open my eyes, I'm gonna see like, okay, this is not normal. I don't have a family, I don't have a house, I never have a bed for myself. That skills was just a response to trauma. When I grow, I was like, okay, this happened to me. What parts, like what good parts I want to take with me for the rest of my life? One of those.
Mhm. Yeah. That's beautiful. I mean, I've been a counselor for 20 something years, and I've worked with a lot of kids who have experienced trauma when I was a school counselor. And it's so interesting the ways in which we have different responses to trauma, right? And oftentimes because they're childhood trauma, at 5, you don't know if your response is going to be one that's going to serve you the rest of your life, like
Yes,
yours has, right? So sometimes people choose to escape, right? Which leads to drug addiction or whatever as they get older, that escapism. So it's like people choose different responses, and then some of them serve them later in life, and sometimes they don't. And so I love your story about, a little 5-year old you. I'm just picturing you. You didn't necessarily know that that was going to serve you the rest of your life. And I imagine that that's one of the things that has led you to be here today and
yes,
successful and happily married, is because you chose to seek the good. And then it sounds like at some point you went, well, this is something I do want to keep. This isn't
yeah.
a trauma response that maybe I need to work through and get out of, but like, no, this is actually a good one that is serving me and that I can keep and hold
Definitely,
on
because
to.
I have been working with therapists for like since I was 20 or something, because I was like, okay, so I don't know if I can have a family because I never been part of one. So how do I gonna need a husband? I don't need a husband. I do all my things for myself. I don't know how it's to be loved for a man because my dad died when I was so young, and I don't have any brothers or like, close family around. So I'm like, I don't feel that I can have a family because I don't know how to love another person. So I started to go to therapy and heal, because you have to heal, because I thought if I'm gonna try to find a couple, if I'm gonna try to create my own family, I need to heal first, because oh my god, sometimes from my trauma, like Davy's family, they bring a lot of presents, and my trauma makes me feel like, oh my god, I have some cousins that they don't have nothing there. What I'm doing, I need to stop going to restaurants and send all this money to people that is living in my town. So so you're gonna have goods and bad things. You just need to focus on what can help you and what is the best part that you can take with you, and the rest, heal it, and just remember that that was your past. This is not your reality anymore. So that's what I'm trying to do right now.
Yeah. I love to one of the things we say often is that a lot of our wounds, right, came from early experience in life that were usually relational, right? In your case, you lost your father, right? And then you were moving around and, could be impacted by how different people treated you in their different homes and that kind of thing, right? And, for someone else, it could be their parents getting divorced or one of their parents being an alcoholic or whatever it might be, bullied at school. So our wounds tend to come from other people, other humans, right? And then we get to an age where we're all of a sudden in these like romantic relationships. And those then have a way of triggering those
Yeah.
wounds, right? Because, okay, those were relational. Now I'm in relationship. Those are coming back up. And one of the things I love, and I'm curious, if this has been true for you, is that I do think when you have a supportive partner, it's annoying that those triggers come up for sure, but it also gives us a chance to continue healing those wounds.
Like 100%. Like as you say, it's 100% true. Like for me, I'm the older of two other sisters. When my dad died, was just woman. My mom, my two sisters, and myself, the older ones. I was 5, and I remember my mom telling me like, "So you need to take care of your sister because I need to go to the city to find a job. So you are the older one. So that's stay here." So I'm always trying to take care of everyone around me. Then I joined to the Air Force, take care of people. When I'm around Davy, I feel like that was the first time that I could just say, "Hey, can you take care of me for today?" Or, "Hey, I'm really sick. I don't want to, I don't know, I don't want to make big breakfast." He got me. And find that it's scary because I remember the first time I told him like, "It's too much. No, no, I can do it for myself. I don't need you to, like put in these huge walls." And when I take a moment to think, oh, this is how people love you. This is how they show you that they got you, that they support you. I changed for completely. Like I was like, oh, I get it now. So I'm gonna start to be more like welcoming to that way to love because I never experienced that. And and yeah, it's like that. It's like when you find someone that can show you that it's possible, you grow and you start rest. I think that's the word, rest, because it's so
Mm,
tired to try to care. Everyone
yeah,
tired. So
yeah,
it's really beautiful to have a partner who can show you and like that you can trust and that he really got.
yeah. Beautiful.
So I love the heart of what you're sharing, and everybody comes into a relationship with wounds and trauma. We all have our own, and Ida, it seems, and like you have experienced more than the normal fair share of
Yeah.
childhood and human trauma. David, what do you do to help her actually receive the love that you're giving her so it fully gets let in?
I try to push it on her regardless of how it's best for her to receive. No, I'm teasing. Um, that's a great question. I think I genuinely I try to keep getting to know her better so that I can be more effective in whatever I'm doing. 'Cause I've got my ways of showing affection, of showing care, of showing love for sure, and the ones that come more naturally to me. And sometimes those are perfect for that moment and sometimes they're not. So I think even when it's not in a stressful moment or one of those times when I'm the one taking care of somebody, I try to get to know her better, um, study her and what works and what doesn't, and what's best for her and what's not. So that when those moments come back, when the stress, when the need, fill in the blank, I've got better tools and I can pick and choose and not just go to my default of, look, I made you soup and I brought you bread. What else? What else could you want? um, so yeah, I think long and short is being a student of her and getting to know her better.
Yeah.
I mean, 5 years
Oh,
isn't all that long either, so there's a lot to learn.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Have you done much work on not taking her response personally?
That's a hard one for me in general. That's a weak spot of mine. I have been aware of it. I need to get better at it a lot. I tend to shut down and get defensive a little bit, um, but I'm aware of it and working on it. And hopefully, yes, that 365 days, and I'm a little bit better at it than I was today. Yeah, I've done some work on it, and
Proud because
I'll
I say to him a lot. So I always say to him like just let's go focus on the problem. Okay, it's not Davy and I did no, it's the problem is
Mhm,
here.
mhm.
So let's go both focus on the problem and so we can solve it together because it's not like they're
This is
doing
the
this to
thing.
you or David doing this to me. This happened to us. Zoom up and see how can we fix it together and that's the beautiful about a married like you can use your skills in one specific area, and he can use his skills in one specific area, and we can try to do the best that we can with what we have.
I love that. We always think the best that we have is all. There's this book, The Four Agreements, right? And one of the four agreements is always do your best. It doesn't say be perfect, and our best is going to change if we're hungry, if we're tired, if the kid's been crying all day or sick or we didn't, right? And then we toss on top of that, y'all are parallelpreneurs. You each have your own business. And on top of that, right, everything we've talked about, on top of that, you have your daughter, on top of that, right? So how do you two intentionally stay connected when things get busy or overwhelming?
I think there's the small little things in the middle of the day or when we come back from a day at the office. I think for me, things that work really well genuinely are just physical touch. Just small little, maybe we're eating dinner together and she puts her foot on my foot or whatever it might be. Or yesterday you were exhausted. The three of us were playing in the living room and she sat down with a pillow on my lap and tried to take a nap, unsuccessfully tried to take a nap because the 2-year-old left with us. But just little physical touch points throughout the course of the day are huge. I think we try, lately it's been tough, but we try to make time just for the two of us more often. And hey, we're going to get a babysitter and go have brunch together. Or we're going to get a babysitter and go to the movies together, whatever it might be.
Even walks.
Yeah, going on walks.
We find that we really enjoy that. Like, walk and talk, really. We put the baby in the stroller. We take a all grumpy beagle. We have a beagle. And we just go for a walk for 30 minutes or 20 minutes, whatever. And we talk about, I don't know, work or like, when we are going to be rich, we're going to do this or we're going to, like all these crazy things. But we just talk and how you feel about it, how I feel about it. Like being out of the house. I think being out of the house helped a lot.
Especially because you work from home. So having a change of pace is vital.
And the baby, when they are in this small house, they feel like all the houses belong to them, every corner, so they try to like be for every place. But when you're out of the house, you can't. For me, I feel like I can control more. Like, okay, baby, this is gonna happen. We're gonna do this, and we can focus more and like talk. Because at home, even if we want to go to, I don't know, the living room, or we're going to go to the table to talk, she's going to be crying or jumping and trying to kill herself in every corner. So when we're out of the house, we can really have that small space just for two of us, even if she's there. So that helps a lot.